Albert, what's your connection with Andalusian horses?
I guess the best way of putting this is about 15 years ago, Betlin and I took an extended honeymoon, which was a bit delayed, to Austria and to other parts of Europe. And we went to see the Vienna School of Riding, the Austrian School of Riding for the Lippizaners. And that's what started us into the Andalusian world.
Now, in the show last evening, I saw a number of things that really, really surprised me. For example, one of the horses was playing soccer.
Well, they have an ability to do, they interrelate extraordinarily well with humans, and I think not just with that breed, but particularly because of their temperament, that you can teach them to do these kind of things. That it's a skill that's between the owner and the horse, and pushing the ball around. Yes, it's a good thing for them to learn. It's quite non-traditional.
Now, another thing we saw last night, and I'm not sure at all what that was all about. There was a gentleman out there, and he had a pole with him, and I thought at first we were in for a jousting contest, but that's not the case, right?
No, that was Paul Dufresne, and he's an expert rider. He's actually an exceptionally good rider, and what he was trying to show is some of the tradition that comes with the horse from Argentina, where they use that long pole for herding cows. And he was trying to illustrate how flexible the horse could be with that pole. And they've evolved it into an art as well, because they can get the horse to go under the pole, around the pole. And that's the background from it, and that's where it's come to.
Now, we had a fellow here last evening in a Mexican costume who I believe rode 4 different stallions and put on just amazing shows.
Right, Pedro is from just south of or east of Portland, and he loves his horses to the nth degree, and he has these 4 horses, and he will come to these shows, and because of his skills, he's just a wonderful person to watch. And he has some of the horses are young, and he's bringing them in to get them conditioned, and some of them he's had for a number of years.
One of the things I enjoyed most last night was the lady with the white stallion, and she basically turned him loose and let him do pretty much what he wanted to do. But what is that all about?
Well, what happened last night was she has a young stallion, and when she had him on, Marion had him on Liberty, she came to the conclusion he was going to roll anyway, because of the fact that he likes to do that, and so she just let it go. In fact, she overemphasized it and let him roll a lot more than normal. And then he was happy, and she said because he's young, it gave him the confidence to get up and get going, and she could get him to do some of the things she wanted him to do. But that's a traditional thing horses love to do, and riders who preen their horse for hours just, of course, don't like that. But he didn't have a saddle on, so he enjoyed himself.
But they're almost like trick horses. They lie down, they bow, they seem to do all of these things and really enjoy it.
Yeah, the riders and the trainers play an important role. Like Marion Weiscroft, she's well known for her natural horsemanship approaches, and she evidenced that last night with that young stallion that she had.
And the other thing that I think bears mentioning is the fact that you had just an absolutely full house here last night in spite of the sweltering temperature, and the people loved it.
The audience helps by being there and applauding, and they were very appreciative. They didn't clap until things were over, and I loved the way they reacted.
Well, it was a great show, and still is, and I assume you'll be back here next year.
Yes, next year we're going to go what we call national, meaning we're going to change our title to the Canadian National Andalusian Show, which is inserting the adjective national to reflect the fact that we think we're big enough now to draw a few more competitors, perhaps from the States or even further if they so wish, and if possible some from Eastern Canada. So that's our objective, is just to grow a little bit bigger, and at the same time then enhance the basics of our club, which is the strong emphasis on volunteerism, the youth group. We want to have them challenged and have opportunities for them to grow here, and the sport horses, which are affiliated with our breed as well, the half Andalusian horses. So next year should be a great year, and we'll get over some of the kinks of not having enough ice on hand, but that we're looking forward to coming back.